Okay, it's been a while since I've done a video, but what I want to say is on today, is there a couple of things I want to address. I know it's coming close to year end, and I've had my share of ups and downs, trials and tribulation, good and bad, and lately it's been a really rough ride um, for me. And I'm not doing this video for sympathy because I'm sure there is somebody out there that's going through the things I've been going through, but they don't know how to use their voice and they just feel like they don't have a voice, so they keep silent. But I'm not going to keep silent because right now I'm pissed off. I think I have a video up there about AT&T and how I was disconnected on my service from AT&T, and I end up with this book of terms of service and find out that there is like 28 days leeway before they actually do anything. Well, that's a lie. And they terminate the service on 26 and took everything. Throw the house phone number back into the bank. When I called, nobody was willing to talk to me. After I got on Twitter and did some tweets, I got some response. Got all the way up to the Consumer Affairs Department, which they call it, and spoke to Mary Ann Welch, was the last individual I spoke with. And all she can offer me was apology. Now, first she came to the conversation without being prepared, without any history. I've had UVerse since 2011. When I first got it, it was fine. I had problems every month with UVerse up until June of 2012. I had problems. Now, per their book, they say if you have a problem with your service, that you should get $25 for this. You know, not the normal $5 that they want to credit you for different things. So, that pissed me off. And the last conversation I had was with a guy that worked in their building. His name is Rob. I think it's Rob. But he was the one who had most sense. But nevertheless, there still has nothing come out of it. So I went from AT&T having a problem with them. I went all the way over to Capital One. I called Capital One as soon as my unemployment was terminated and I no longer had funds coming in. And I spoke to them faithfully. And I had a relative who was paying the note for me, which is kind of them to do because people have their own bills to pay. And I'm not saying it's not my bill. That's not what I'm saying, because it is my bill. But what I was trying to do so we can find some common ground, we can work together, because I needed my car for transportation to try to find me employment. Well, they promised me they would work with me. First, they said they could, put the monthly payments to the back of the loan, and they lied. Then they said I couldn't get a hardship because I had to have some type of income. Now, I don't know if no income, wherever people live at, what defines hardship, but when you have no income, that's hardship to me. Again, I'm not ashamed of this because I'm not the only one it's happening to, but I'm just bold enough to say it and tell it like it is. On November the 19th, they got a payment. The car note was $400, they got $300. December the 19th, they pulled the car. But before that, the transmission went out on the car. It's a 2006 Buick Lucerne, and the transmission went out on the car. So it's sitting in front of the house. When I called the bank, they told me I had 21 days because of the state of Illinois rules and regulation to reinstate my vehicle. Now, it's not 3 months behind. It was only about 2 months behind. And they pulled the car on the 19th. I called them right away, as soon as I found out they pulled the car, I spoke to a young lady. She gave me all the ins and outs, told me I need to have $1,400 to reinstate. I need to have proof of income, proof of insurance, which the vehicle's insured, 3 references, 1 preferably a relative, first and last name and phone number. And then they hired a company to pull the car, which they drug the car, TCN Recovery. And then I am to pay them $375 repossession fee plus storage fee. And like I told them, that's the company you signed the contract with to do the service. The damage you should pay them for the repossession fee. If I hire somebody and sign a contract, then that's my bill. But you're not going to stick me with that bill. And I'm not paying no storage fees. So she gave me a number to call to make an appointment to get my belongings out of the car. So I said, okay, fine. So I took the number. I said, well, I called. Well, I called and they wasn't open on the weekend. So I have to call when I have a vehicle to do what I need to do. They wasn't open on the weekend. So I called on today. And I spoke with the young lady. And she told me I need $102. Now, they told me it's 21 days before my vehicle would go to auction. They pulled it on the 19th. They removed my stuff on the 19th. And the vehicle has already been in auction 6 days ago. So now they lied. So the lady tells me, well, you have to talk to the bank. So I talked to the bank. And the lady was very nasty. She was not accommodating whatsoever. Now, here's my point. They wonder why people do the things that they do, because when somebody's back is already against the wall, the last thing they want you to do is push it further. They're dealing with enough things in their life. And when the banks needed the damn bailout, we, the American people, our tax dollars, which consist of the government, you took the money and bailed y'all out. But then you want to stick us up with our eyes open for this bull crap. And I'm not having it. I'm not. Now, I don't care what nobody else do, but I'm not dealing with that because I don't have to. I have rights. And I'm sick of these companies, AT&T, US Cellular, warranty companies, whoever it may be, taking advantage of people. We are consumers who keeps you in business. You're regulated, and the people regulate you need to make sure they stay on your behind. I shouldn't have to go through hell and high water to prove my point and what's rightfully my rights and how I should be treated when I'm spending my money. Now, that works both ways. So if I'm not treated fairly, if you feel like that something's not being done fairly to you, then you want justice done on your part. So I feel the same way, and I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to contact the state's attorney's office, which I already called today. I'm going to get the forms and fill them out and put my complaint. And Capital One already got a suit in that they just settled for illegal credit collections and all this kind of crap. Is this the kind of government we want to deal with? It doesn't make any sense. So you think this video is the own thing? No, it's not. I've been on Twitter and I'm not playing. And now I'm going to my Ustream live channel, Keep Truth Talking, and I'm going to do a live feed. I'm going to make my point. And I mean that because I'm sick of y'all companies coming in, dinging us consumers, and we supposed to sit, grin, and bear. I'm not grinning and bear nothing no more. That's it. I'm sick and I'm tired. And then you want to do all this stuff. You want some, and the government take away the unemployment and terminate it. And what you expect people to do? And it's crazy. This is crazy as hell. And I'm so sick of I'm so pissed with this. I don't even know what to do with myself. But guess what? I'm going to keep pushing. And I'll make my voice heard.